Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the next video lecture on the topic that is optimality test. In the previous video lecture that we have discussed how to calculate the transportation cost by using northwest corner rule, least cost entry method and Oza's approximations method. Now, after finding the transportation cost, we need to carry the optimality test whether that transportation cost is optimum cost or not. That we are going to find out by using the optimality test. Here the transportation problem that we can solve in two steps. The first step is find out the basic feasible solutions by using those three methods: northwest corner rule, least cost entry method, and third one is Oza's approximations method. And after find out the transportation cost, next we need to carry the optimality test, that is by using modified distribution method, that we shortcut we can call it as Modi method, and second one is stepping stone method. For your syllabus, modified distribution method is there, that one is preferable one. Now we need to follow the steps to carry the optimality test by using Modi method. In the first step, we need to find out the initial basic feasible solutions using any of the three methods, and next in the steps 2 we need to check whether the number of allocations are equals to the m plus n minus 1. Now for every row we can name it as u1, u2, u3, u4 like this, and for every column name it as v1, v2, v3, v4. Now use the relations, that is Cij equals to ui plus vj for all occupied cells. In the step 3 we are going to find out the Dij values by using Cij minus ui plus vj. In the step 4 just we are going to check whether all Dij values are greater than 0, then the solution is optimum. If it is Dij values are equals to 0, then the basic feasible solutions will remain unaffected, but alternate optimum solution is exist. In the if all Dij values are less than 0, then we need to improve the solutions. Next step 5, step 6, step 7 that we are going to discuss while solving the problem. Now this is the transportations problem. In the table 1 he has given B1, B2, B3, B4 are destination centers, A1, A2, A3 are the sources, supply is 8, 10, 20 and demand is 6, 8, 9, 15. Please check it whether this problem is balanced or not. It is balanced. 8 plus 10 plus 20, 38, 6 plus 8 plus 9 plus 15, it is 38. All the costs that are given in terms of hundreds. Now you need to solve that problem by using Oza's approximations method. The table 2, that is the final table after solving the transportation problem from by using the methods Oza's approximation method, we are getting the final allocation table. The table 2 that represents the final allocation table. Now can you tell me here the transportation cost by referring the final allocation table? A1 to B1, that is 6 into 2, A1 to B4, that is 2 into 1, A2 to B2, that is 1 into 3, and A2 to B3, that is 9 into 4, A3 to B2, 7 into 1, plus A3 to B4, 13 into 2, that we are getting the transportation cost 86, that we to keep in 100, so that we are getting the transportation cost, that is 8600. Now we need to carry out the optimality test whether that is 8600 transportation cost, whether it is optimum or not. Before carrying the optimality test, first we need to check whether that problems comes under non-degenerate cases or degenerate cases. Non-degenerate cases means the number of allocations are equals to the m plus n minus 1, and degenerate cases the number of allocations that should be less than m plus n minus 1. Here this problem, please check it whether this problem comes under non-degenerate or degenerate cases. Number of allocations are 6 and verify number of rows are 3 plus number of columns are 4. 4 plus 3 minus 1 6. Here number of allocations are equals to the m plus n minus 1, so that it is this problem is comes under non-degenerate. Now you need to find out the u1, u2, u3 values and v1, v2, v3, v4 values by using the formula Cij equals to ui plus vj in the step 2. This table 3 is represents we have taken the allocation cell table, only we are considered as allocation cells, that is a1 to b1, that we can call it as c11, first row first column, that is 2, and c14, that is a1 to b4, first row fourth column, like this. How many rows are there? a1, a2, a3, 3 rows are there, so that those 3 rows are represented by u1, u2, u3. And how many columns are there? 4 columns, b1, b2, b3, b4, so that v1, v2, v3, v4 are represented by destination centers and u1, u2, u3 are represented by sources. Now we need to compute Cij equals to ui plus vj to find out the u1, u2, u3 and v1, v2, v3, v4 values. First beginning you need to consider u1 as equal, you can take u1 equals to 0 or you can take v1 equals to 0. For the allocated cell c11 equals to 2, u1 plus v1, that is u1 we have taken as a 0 plus v1 we don't know, you know the value c11 and u1, we need to find out v1, we are getting 2. Similarly do it for a1 to b4 cell, that is c14 is 1 and u1 is plus v4 for that cell, and u1 equals to 0, v4 we are getting 1. Please remember the destination centers 4s are there, so that we are taken v1, v2, v3, v4 for every column. b1 is as v1, b2 as v2, b3 as v3, b4 as v4. Next sources are a1 as taken as u1, a2 as that is u2, a3 as u3. Okay, now we need to compute Cij equals to u1 plus ui plus vj. Okay, we are getting the values. u1 we are taken, that is 0, u2 are getting 3, u3 equals to 1, v1 equals to 2, v2 equals to 0, v3 equals to 1 and v4 equals to 1. Now in the step 3 we need to compute, that is Cij for unallocated cell, that is matrix 1. In the step 3 matrix 1, that is represent what? We have taken the matrix from the unallocated cell, that is Cij, that is unallocated cell. Now in the matrix 2 we need to compute ui plus vj for the empty positions. Next in the matrix 2 means we need to compute ui plus vj for the unallocated cells. Okay, that is in the matrix 1, that is the original unallocated cells, and the matrix 2 is we are getting the new matrix for the unallocated cells by using the values of u1, u2, u3 and v1, v2, v3, v4 through the computing ui plus vj formula. Next comes to the matrix 4, we need to compute dij equals to Cij minus ui plus vj, that we need to subtract ui plus vj matrix from the Cij matrix. We are getting the matrix 4. All values we are getting positive values, so that all the dij values are greater than 0. Hence the what we have find out the transportation cost from by using the Oz's approximation method, we are getting 8600. Here all dij values are greater than 0, so that 8600 is the optimum transportation cost. Thank you.